Welcome back, my YouTube fans and chess fans alike. Well, I'm sorry I didn't, oh, excuse me. Seems like every time I do a video, I can't talk. Okay, so, I'm sorry I didn't do a round 6 video. Something came up and I couldn't quite get the stuff I needed to do the video. So, I'm going to combine this one. You probably know by now that Fabiano not only won round 6, but he also won round 7. So I'm not gonna tease you, and I'll just cut to the chase here. He is 7-0. So this is the standings after round 6, where I believe Carlsen drew, got a half a point, so he's up to 3. Fabiano again, of course, 1, so he's up to 6. I'll just fast forward this and worry about the rest of the numbers later. Okay, so now round 7. Like I said, Fabiano is up 7-0. Carlsen did win, so he's up to 4. I'm not sure. Let me see. Topolov, I think, drew. It's up to 3. Let me see. Topolov was at 2.5 before. He's at 3 now. Yes, he must have drawn his game. Okay. So now, here's the thing. Magnus has 4. The only way for him to catch, I mean, both Magnus and Fabiano are not bragging or anything, you know. They're very gracious, but Fabiano even said that he didn't want to say that the other players are playing bad chess, but he could have said that. Fabiano, obviously, you know, Caruana is obviously a great chess player. He's obviously running the road here, but I'll show you the game for round 7. He is getting lucky because his opponents are not playing very good, you know, to their grandmaster level. He played Bashir today, and Bashir did not play very well in comparison to what he usually plays at. Bashir Legrave is actually a very good chess player, excellent chess player, but I think something about Caruana that seems to hypnotize players or something to playing bad. Even Magnus, the champion, fell for that one time. So anyway, before I continue on that, the next matchup is tomorrow, or maybe by the time you see this video, it will be already running. Round 8. It's Fabiano Caruana and Magnus Carlsen. Magnus is looking for revenge because he had the loss with Fabiano. You got to know that he's looking for revenge. So we are looking for a fight tomorrow. Now to the games. Okay, so this is Bashir Legrave's game against Caruana. I'm just going to let me see if I can add what they usually call a kibitzer. Okay. So, what, you know, by the way, please play this in high definition because you'll never be able to see the fine print of the kibitzer if you don't. Okay, so you look at the bottom of on the right side. You see the green light there, and you'll see the numbers are in the positives, so it's decimal point 12, which means that it's about equal 0.15 now, which is about equal. White is just 0.15 better, which is just normal because it's white has the first move. So I'm going to just sort of punch through these slowly. You can hear me tap the keyboard instead of scrolling with the mouse. So we're still looking at 0.17, 0.22. So it's starting to climb a little bit, but essentially everything is fine and dandy for black, for white right now. In other words, Carolina's just playing an even game. At one point, LaGrave started to falter. Did you see the light turn red? That is to say that it's getting, let me just go back one or two. Say 0.33, 0.42, now it's yellow. Sometimes that light just changes. But the move, knight to f3, didn't seem to be, according to the computer, that great of a move. So it's starting to climb. I'm sorry. Which one move was it? 0.09. Yeah, minus 0.2. I'm sorry. I meant to say minus, not just plus. You have to see that it goes from a positive 0.09 to a minus 0.018, or rather I'm sorry, a minus 0.28, minus 0.3, minus point something. The point is it went to a minus on the move, knight to f3. Now, not being the actual expert, I'm not going to analyze as to why that's a bad move and or not a best move, and what move should have been made. But I just wanted to basically show you how the numbers are starting. The computer is looking at analyzing the game, and it's looking at the numbers, and it's giving us a back and forth. It's starting to bounce a bit. Minus 0.2, 0.3, then it goes plus 2.1, then it goes minus, then it goes plus. So it's bouncing kind of back and forth, and you can see this while the game was being played live. So I'm just going to go a little bit faster here and reach the point where it starts to really move. Okay, now we're down to minus 0.56. Okay, see? So now LaGrave is starting to slip. Okay, now we're down to a full pawn. Minus 1, minus 1.06. King to d2 is... they were laughing at this move. We don't know why he did this. There was no castling done. Bring the king to d2 is bringing the king out in the open. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with LaGrave, but I don't want to take the game away from Fabiano. I mean, he's playing great chess. But if you're going to play inferior chess, you know, it's not going to be that hard. In other words, it's not going to be hard for another great grandmaster to beat you. So that's why I'm saying that some of Fabiano's winnings are luck, because he didn't have to try that hard. After LaGrave started making these mistakes, it became... so let me just fast forward a little bit faster. We're down to almost a full point. There it is, 0.99. Yeah, that is minus 0.99. So then it starts to climb. That is, it starts to climb for the black. That is a minus. The more it goes to minus, the more it's in black's favor. So we'll go a couple of points here. Did you see that light just turn red just then? We're down to a minus 3 1/3 points. Upon the move, well, it was even at this point it's minus 2, but upon the move, moving the knight down to 3.5 points. Now it's 3.6 with the bishop move. So again, I'm not going to analyze as to why that is. Now we're down to minus 4. So the computer really thinks that white has lost this game. And now it's just total loss. Look at this. We're looking at a couple of the rooks being lost there. There it is. One rook lost. Okay. Now that back down to minus 2.8. -3 almost. There it is, -3. So, my voice was better before. I don't know why it's not now. Maybe it's because I'm trying to be quiet after 11 o'clock at night. So, not to make the story too long, which it's already becoming long, we're down to -4 now. LaGrave could have played better. And while I'm sure that Caruano, excuse me, could have won this anyway, LaGrave didn't make it as hard as he could have. So there was the resignation at this point, at the point of the computer saying it was a total loss because it's already down to -9. So let me get to another game. Since Caruana is playing Carlsen tomorrow, or maybe by the time you see this video, it'll be later today. Let us load Nakamura's game with Carlsen. Carlsen won today. Nakamura wasn't doing very well either. His game became somewhat messy. He was alright for a while and then started to... Let me put on that kibitzer. I'll make this one a little bit shorter. Okay, so so d4, d5. I didn't tell you the other opening before. I'm sorry about that. This opening is going to be the Slav defense with an early knight to f3 and knight to c3. Okay, so so everything starts off rather normal, just like before, just like the other game. And let me get to the other score sheet screen. I like that screen better. Okay. I'm just going to scroll through these quicker than I did the other game, because this game wasn't as decisive. It wasn't, you know, where like LaGrave had made blunders until like later in the game. This is move 15. I think Nakamura starts to just play sloppy. Again, I'm not saying that. I'm going by the, you know, I'm not the expert to actually claim to say that. I'm going by the commentary that was being played during the live game. So now we're looking at Carlsen's playing white. He's nearly 2 points ahead. In fact, he has a pawn advantage already. Okay. I think, I'm trying to remember where the move was. Nakamura really started to get sloppy around here somewhere, and the points started to just go. Well, I was just going to go a little faster. Yeah, we're up to almost 2. Yep, this is it here. Somewhere, this knight move here was not very brilliant. So as soon as this went, that's when Carlsen started to get a distinctive advantage. And Nakamura could not return that advantage back to him. Okay, so we're up to 3 now. Two pawns plus the computer saying that it's actually 3 because of position. Okay, so now we're looking at 7, 6.5, 7. Yeah. So it's climbing even higher. It's 11, and the computer now is starting to say, no, forget it. This game is over. We're up to 12 and 3/4 points. So at this point, they started to play just to the end, just for the fans, just to show that the game, you know, could be fun to play. So at one point it was at 12, now we're looking at 5, maybe 6. We'll wait for it. See, if you wait for it, the computer starts to analyze more and more. 7. Any case, we're just gonna scroll. And there's no way that that black pawn is gonna get anywhere. And that's the end. That the resignation was made at, you know, with the computer saying 10 and 11. So that's the that was the Carlsen Nakamura game. So the whole point of showing you that was because we know that tomorrow, or later today, because you're probably going to be watching this later, you know, after tonight, depending on which way it is. So this is the lineup for round 8. And it was important that I showed you how Carlsen and Fabiano Caruana is playing, because they're matched up tomorrow for a second time in this tournament. There's only three rounds left. In order for Carlsen to gain back, Fabiano is going to have to lose the next 3 rounds, and Carlsen's going to have to win the next 3 rounds. There's no other way, and it's probably not going to happen, considering that Fabiano has been playing like a monster. His performances, they have this other rating, they call it the tournament rating, I should say tournament performance rating. They can't even calculate it because they need a draw to calculate it with. And they're saying that it's well above 3,000, maybe even 3,500. They call that tournament performance rating. But in any case, he is obviously leading the tournament. I'm sure even Fabiano doesn't believe he's going to win straight through, because we're talking, you know, all 10 games. That would be a record, and certainly it would put him to the top of the world player, which will put him into the chances of winning world champion. But in any case, there you have it. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm kind of rooting for Magnus Carlsen, because I personally think that Magnus was suffering from some jet lag and whatnot. You know, from where he's from, the time zone is so different that it's literally a half a day difference, and you know, gotta cut him some slack. Gotta cut him some slack. But I am a chess player fan of most of them. You know, I'm not crazy about all of them, but I do like Fabiano. And besides, hey, I'm Italian American, he's Italian, you know. What can I say? Anyway, enjoy the videos. I hope you like them. Please subscribe. Click like if you liked it. That always helps. A rating always helps. Thank you for watching.